Dr. Ye, and Dr. Stephen Den. Okay, so there are many medical professionals join this medical mission. And strangely enough, Spanish really like acupuncture. In the beginning, we don't believe that, and they are curious. They want to try, and after they try it, they love it. So Chinese medicine doctors can do quite a lot of things and relieve pain, relieve a lot of things. I think Dr. Chen probably can share some of the experience. You can see. And one acupuncture doctor can treat many patients together, like 10 or 5 together, 5 to 10. There are many. Well, you probably think, why does so many people need to be treated? Because of the disaster. So people are nervous, stressful, cannot sleep. So all these symptoms can be relieved by acupuncture. And not only that, we also have dentists. You'll be surprised. Dental problem can happen in any place, even in disaster relief. Okay? We work in a Catholic church, so that's really a symbol of cooperation. Even me, I haven't practiced medicine for a long time because of so many patients, so I have to jump in and to help. So even like Dr. Chen and Dr. G. Dr. G has a back problem, and he has his own problem, but he spends more than 8 hours to 10 hours a day in order to relieve patients' pain. So it's really touch. They are doing so much, and the patient also appreciate very much. Not only medical professional, we also feel very grateful. There are so many local young volunteers come in to help, to be the interpreter. And without those students, we will not be able to make this happen and make it smoothly. And even the Catholic father come to visit us. I try to tell the story about Tzu Chi and also the spirit of bamboo bank. Wow. So a grandma brought back the bamboo bank and filled with all petals. And it's really very touched. So, well, next I would like Peter Chen, Reverend Peter Chen. He has an incident which probably he won't be able to forget.
I want you people to be serious, don't laugh at it, okay? That's a very serious matter.
We promise not laugh at you.
Okay, all right. The incident there, I'm not talking about incident, they're talking about the international relief. I don't know, every time I go, it's an earthquake. But it was Sichuan. I joined the international relief. I really applied to Dr. Kerr. One phone call that night, the 2007 February. They said Bolivia had a big flood. We need a medical assessment. So they called me, and I was so busy. We have about 20-some scope to be scheduled that week. I said, oh, when you supposed to be? He called me about Wednesday. Saturday, we're going to take off. What the heck? How can I do that? So I called all my patients. We had an emergency in Bolivia, and they need somebody to be there. I think your scope is scheduled case, so we can do it next week. So that's what from then on, I begin a new journey in my life. Then we do the international relief in medical aspect. I really thank you very much. Okay.
I have to thank him. Because of him. The international
everything
meeting.
Interesting, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good. So since then, we joined the Bolivia. 5 times I've been there, and then the Sichuan earthquake, and went there about 8 days, and then the Bolivia, the Haiti about 10 times, and we experienced a lot of things. Now, since the September, we are very, very busy, and then so we had to go to Houston for relieve the typhoon, and we came back, and we had the rehearsal for our the annual gala, and for the fundraising. In the middle of fundraising, we had to take a fly back to Taiwan to attend our TIMA meeting, which I promised Master, since I was his disciple. I went every single year. I had to go back there. So we went there, and then after we had 4-in-1, the training camp. After we came back, but next week we had to go to Mexico. And so I'm very exciting, maybe over-exciting, so it catch all the trouble. Okay, it's not trouble. Interesting happened. Not really trouble, not serious consequence. So in Mexico, we are really very, very busy. And we had the assessment have been there for a week, for more than a week, several weeks, to assess how to distribute. And then the medical team and arrived there, and we are the 1 day after the first team, the first day from Taiwan. We are second day. So we're going to work on the first 4 days. We supposed there only 1 medical outreach, and then got added 2, and go to 3, and then 4. So 4 days consecutive, we had seen maybe at least about almost 4,000 patients. The last day we supposed to have the gathering, the discussion, and enjoying the last day in Mexico. But last moment, and our superintendent said we had to do in an area where they need it. So that's what happened. Now, early in the morning, over there in March, in November, it's very cold in the morning. So I sleep with the Dr. Kerr. I don't know because of him or because of air condition, I sneeze all the time. So I take this pill, Zyrtec. Okay.
Certainly not me caused that.
All right. So I take it down. So after we did with the breakfast, and we drove down there. That the last the place we go is a Catholic church. The tent have been there for over a month. Nobody moved it out. There's a lot of mold out there. I'm sure that our official setup is just behind me, and we had to move everything outside. So just we had the first slide that I take picture with 2 beautiful ladies. Okay, before that, I had an opportunity to call to get a suburb area to visit a lady, 24 years old, with 2 kids. She was fighting with the police. He was shot from here down. So he was taken care by the colostomy and the drain, and they sent to the hospital. That they take care of it. But 10 days, I think he never get out of bed. The stitches still there, smelled that. The whole house, maybe about 6 by 6. Everything's down there. It's so dirty. I think the whole group there, I think that the reporters were there too. And we try to teach the sister how to clean it. We take all the stitches out, and I think the wound will be okay, but I tell her that you need the soul, you need sun soul. And somebody give her the wheelchair, so she was able to walk out. At the beginning, she was so afraid because when so many foreigners come to see me, even half naked, because the wound is all exposed and it passed all the places, and the stitches and they're still on the belly. So, and after we begin to do something, explain to the sister, and she's very alleviated. So this is the good thing I think we can do. Unfortunately, we cannot continue help her, but I wish that she'll be okay. So I take all the stitches, all the drain. There's a big piece of gauze behind. That's why causing all the pus coming out. And I'm sure that time he had a peritonitis in and unfortunately that's a 24 years with 2 kids. I forget to put a picture down there. And I feel so sad about it, and that's what happened there. So that is interesting case. Second interesting, the last day when we go there, So I was so excited. We take all the pictures, and move back the first picture with two beautiful ladies. Come on. No. Yeah, that is it. That's about 10 minutes before it happened. With Dr. Chen and Audrey, we take a picture. Now you look everywhere healthy, right? So when they go to that, we clean out, we move out the chair, and then we begin to sit down to see the patient. So they sneeze all the time again. Jesus, without even thinking, we'll take another pill, right? Within about, they said about maybe 20 seconds. Oh, that's what it is. So I even don't know what happened, completely blank. Everyone say you pass out. So I didn't pass. I didn't know anything. So
you sleep.
Yeah, I go to sleep. Okay, next slide. No. That's enough. Okay, next one. No. What happened? No.
You use his.
No, that's it. Okay, yes. No. Next one. That's it. Do you see that? That's my classmate. He was scared to death. Dr. Chen, he's a gynecologist. He used to volunteer in the office. This first time he joined Tzu Chi International Medical Relief, he said, what the hell are people doing? That's 4 o'clock in the morning, work till night, they don't have to sleep, and then you see what happened to you. He tell everyone, my classmate, we had classmate reunion for graduation 50 years last week. He tell everybody, he said, Dr. Chen do a very most stupid thing, almost die. Everybody, what happened? So that is that's Audrey, I took the picture. He's afraid to send it to me. I said, you give me the pictures. So what he told me, he said, and then we had with Shirley, way from Long Island. We already prepared to perform we call it each other, something like that. So he gave me so we already practiced. So he said I passed out. He kept on singing that. He would wake me up. I didn't hear anything about it. And my classmate said, he heard my said 2 words. He said, call my sister, call my wife at home, call my wife. So I didn't know.
I don't believe that. I also stand by.
Yeah. Okay. You see that the professor, the superintendent, Dr. Chen, and next one will be the Zhao Yanzhang, and then the So after, and then what I hear, and then they send me to the ambulance, right? Next. We go to hospital, a very nice hospital. Really, it's not that bad. So he did IV, everything negative. What the Dr. Liao told me, my pulse ox, the oxygen level dropped to 79. We did not know because of medication. I go back to read the book. Yeah, it's the side effect of syncope. Now I take the second dose. That's what I was stupid of mine, but it's okay. It's what happened. So, but of course, my age, anything can happen. So they do the CAT scan, everything's okay. Carotid, the ultrasound is okay. The CKG is okay. So he said, well, you'll stay here 2 days, 2 hours. So up next, there is, you see, I want you people to see this picture. Which one the most look healthiest?
You.
See? Look at my face color. So good. Okay. Now, I tell that in a side story. Why is it you call my wife? So I'm thinking out, Jesus, 2 weeks from now, we are married for 50 years old. If something happened today, if I go to the hell or go to the heaven, I haven't said, that is, I make it up, okay? I make it up. Don't tell anybody. I said, Jesus, I haven't tell her I love you yet. I don't want to regret. I already had a regret on my life, okay? And this is a hopefully I don't regret. I think that is it. So everyone knows that I had 3 most important women in my life. My mother, that's what made me do a doctor's. My wife, he induced me to do the Tzu Chi. The master Chen Yan, of course, he taught me a lot of things, how to be a good person. So that's what it is. So this is my wife. He's a very typical, very straightforward, the Tzu Chi commissioner. So I applied to all these 3 women beside Dr. Kerr, and that's what incident happened. So I had my wife say, you have to stop all the activity, you have to do complete checkup. It's so hard to make an appointment with the doctors. So after we vacation, came back another week from Mexico, so we do all the blood tests and everything until the 12 days ago. So I make a final result, the echo stress, everything's okay. My wife said, buy the ticket, go back to Taiwan. First thing, go report to the master. So I follow his advice. Otherwise, no more activity. Okay. So that, so I told master, I said, we are master. He said, well, you people, he said, everything okay, don't worry about. And he said, you're supposed to have a meeting down in there. I said, he want me to stay a bit longer. I said, no, we had to go back because we had a meeting down here. And even though I did not have any position here, no, not much function here, but I still to be here. And then he said, you had another outreach in April. I said, yes. He said, your master said, I cannot go, right? Either to this two person, either both of them had to agree so I can go. So every time I go to medical outreach, I get permission from master and also another whole master. Okay. So and both of them agree so I can go. So master said, I have no problem to get go. So I said, if you don't let me go, so I better stay home as Chainan. You know, I'm a Chainan. Everybody, master allowed. I didn't know what he maybe said. I didn't understand what a Chainan means. But anyhow, that is what it is. And but my at home master said, maybe better don't go yet because you wait for a while. That's why I'm sorry. Maybe April I cannot go to Mexico. But anyhow, only participation, you gain a lot of things. No matter what kind of activity you have, you participate to see that how the people live, and then you feel how grateful you are here. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter Chen, Dr. Chen. Congratulations, you are okay. But at that time, everybody worried he probably has stroke. Okay, and everybody is really worried about him. Now you are okay, but you are in a warning list. Okay, remember when you do medical mission, you have to watch your physical condition. Okay, and to make sure you are okay, and not waiting for people to help you. Okay, next I would like Dr. Deng to share some experience.
As Dr. K has mentioned earlier, it was not until about a month ago we were told that TIMA shall support this international mission to Mexico. And as mentioned earlier, it was really intended for a charity activity at the beginning. But because of a couple of superintendents from Taiwan, leading the TIMA team from Taiwan, joining this event. The last minute, we have decided to do the medical mission as well. So I was told that maybe we will target about 500 patients. I was like, well, that's no big deal. We are so experienced in doing international missions that we could gather a team, including medications, equipment, in no time. So which we did. It was very easily done. But then about a week later, we were told that maybe we will be having two missions. So we're targeting probably over 1,000 patients. Oh boy, we're gonna start buying more medicine. And then a week later, the number kept increasing to a point that our pharmacist started, she was panicking. And she's so like, well, how am I supposed to get all this done? Do you have a final number? So at the very end, we have prepared for a total of 3,500 patients. But by the time we get there, as mentioned by several people already, the need is tremendous. Because of that, we end up, we did go back again for the second trip, and we end up conducting a total of 10 missions. And we have seen over 5,000 visits. I use this opportunity to share that TIMA has a international medical missions as well, and we work as a team. At the beginning, now thinking back, that I thought, it was impossible to do something with so few doctors and not enough manpower. But by the time we were there, we worked. It was such a great team. We can achieve what we were intended to achieve and beyond. And that's how we come up with, providing so many, a large number of services. And, the people were happy, and that was the key. They walk away with a smile. Our acupuncturists were really overworked. And so I think that's for them to share. So that was my part. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. As you know, any mission need people to do preparation first. So we send 2 persons to, actually 3 people, for scouting, to assessmenting, and also preparation. So one of them are Sherry Chen, and also Thomas too. So who want to share first? Okay. How? Dr. Chen?
Brother and sister, good morning. It's a very great honor to be here to share the mission in Mexico. I was there twice. The first time was there in December the 1st till the 15th. The second one will be the month after that. Can we have a next slide? Just like Dr. K says, that's a big earthquake. But why is the earthquake? We have to go there. We never know. But we just follow the order. As you already knew, that's the Dr. K and Dr. Dan mentioned that, and we have to go assessment. Thanks, please. Okay, 2 months later, the lot of the victims still stay after the ashes. As we are the pre-scout team, I'm really appreciate Dr. K give me the chance to be a scout team. And what the scout team means, you have to assess the location and locations. You have to see the side to side to find it out what we need and what we should prepare. We have to locate it and to collaborate to local agency to find out where we're gonna have this services side to smoothly all the events to happen for these coming days. Next slide, please. So we have to look at all the sites to see how's the shelter is and how's the needs. And that way we could do the better job. And that's the way we have to go for it. And next slide, please. This is the day 1. We have the day 1, we have to find it out to establish the respectful locations. We use the ranging water, the parking lot. The parking lot have nothing. We have to start from the scratch. Even though the piece of the paper and the power core, water supply, and the tent, and also we have to get something from the people local. That's how we're gonna do it. And the lot was so big. We also have to find it out how we're gonna do it for the layout. And that's how we're gonna just follow the Modesto, the team. This is the local from your team, but we're doing the same way from the international medical missions to establish spectacle of location. Next one. I also has a very honor collaborate a partnership agency, which is a federal government security team. They all come to help us to bring out a lot of the stuff which we could even find the bed for the Oriental medicine. The patient gonna laying down on the ground, or they're gonna have some kind of work. They are not gonna sit on the grass, or they're gonna some of the work they cannot just do it on the chair. And we do have this kind of big team to help us bring all the stuff come to the site. Next one, please. I even have to introduce the Tzu Chi Medical Foundation to them because we don't have a chapter there. We don't know how to tell them who we are. We have to let them know we're going to collaborate and work with you. We have to deal with them. How are we going to work it out? The dental parts have to find it out where is the air compressor is. We have to find it out where we're going to find the sterilization units to sterilize all my instruments. And also, don't even mention about the power cord. I finally get 3 sets of the air compressor to make that event happen. But main is the governor. We have to deal with them to make sure they work it out right and have to willing to help with us to get the work smoothly. That's how we have to bring our Tzu the brand name, to them to make sure what we're doing is benefit to you. And also we willing sincerely to serve you as our partnerships. Next one, please. So this is the day second, Jakarta Bay. We use the stadium under the ground. There's a shelter tent still around. A lot of ashes still. But the governor, the mayor is so nice. They let us fully utilize their site free to use, and finally the sincerity they let us to work it out as their staff at the city. And they, next one please. They do even, let me use, they utilize local medium resource to promote our medical events. That's really important. Don't even think about it. They need the most, the number of the patient a lot. We have to tell them, we need the patients. You can't even believe that. You thought there's just a lot of victims, but end up, nobody know who you are, where the patient come from, and what the number can bring up to us. We have, the mayor let us use the medium. I was so happy. I have to tell them, we have to get them out to see, we are not just giving the cash card. We do also have the medical missions. Next one, please. Next. Okay, this is the city we call the Hokutara. That is the mass. That's the major historic building from. You can see what it was before and the afters. There's a lot of people die after that is, the asters hits. Next one, please. Located professional partnership, even more important for us to looking forward in the futures. A lot of people, they need a long-term care, especially for the relieve the diaster syndrome. That's why our Oriental medicine is so popular. But this area needs a lot of psychologists, which is specialty for calm them down in long-term care. That's how we're gonna looking for professional partnership in the near the future events. Next one. Okay, this is great. Dr. K just mentioned about that. As we have a general relief teams with us, but we have none. We don't have any interpreter in the time. And we have to find it out over the college students. We have to tell one at a time. You have to bring your colleague, your college students, your classmates, or someone you know, they could speak English, and that come to us, and that's give us the interpreter. So that end up, we have a lot of beautiful angels help us to do the interpreter, translator, can make it our mission smoothly. Next one. Okay, seeing the pictures? Whoever you are in the picture, please raise your hand up. Give them a round of applause. I was just want to say, with your accomplish, we successfully transfer all the module to the international relief in the Mexico outreach. And without your support and with your generous gratitude, that we make this mission accomplish well. Next one. Well, as you know, is that good or bad? General relief accomplished with the medical mission, is that good? We don't know. They have a personnel, manpower shortage, but they use all the manpower, and we don't have it. That's how we have to start from the, not just only staff scratch, personnel scratch, we have to look at one at a time. But as their help, the pilot team work it out with us, that we learning how we gonna learn each other to make a thing smooth. And we still learning something from them. Next one. Show respect, love, and care. We just have a Dr. Richard Yang showing that's our way to do the outreach. Every patient, every volunteers after work, we just show them how we respect them to make them like it's a part of a member. Thank you, Dr. Yan. Next one.
Dr. Chen, we have time constraint, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna move in fast. Okay, the church, the medicine, Dr. Dan already mentioned that we have a big trouble for the customer, for the custom in the Mexico area, but end up we still safety to import all the medicine in. Next one. Okay, our great pharmacy team, they did such a wonderful job. Susanna, you here? Okay, next one. Our Joy acupuncture team, I don't know how they did it. Dr. Kenny Liao, I don't know, you picked up a needle from that team yet. Okay, next one. Also, we have a dental team college. We did such a wonderful job. We are not just only doing the work, we have a work it out with the local doctors to be sure we're gonna recruit them in the future. Next one. Okay, we do also plant the seeds of love to make sure we all put our effort in the future that them not just receiving and also know how to give it out. And later. Okay, next one. Okay, I'm so grateful to take this opportunity to learning and to cultivate myself, which is Bodhisattva sutras to taught me and from the master been needed to giving out the person in need. We also finding our return the most, and that's a wonderful job and grateful. And next one, next please. This is our coming up April 25th through May 1st, the mission. Hope you can join us in June, October. New York team gonna take a lead, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Chen. And Thomas Zhu, make it short and sweet. Sorry about the time constraint.
Okay, my name is Thomas Chu. The MC just announced Dr. Thomas Chu. I'm a doctor, but
You're
not
PhD.
MD. I'm PhD in chemical engineering. My main function in TIMA is overseas outreach coordination. So when I get on the plane to the Mexico City, just like the Dr. Dan just mentioned, originally we thought just one mission. When I got on the plane, I know there's 3 missions. Can you imagine how many we did by the end of the trip? It's total 8. Okay, but for the distribution teams, they've been stationed there. The assessment team for the distribution, they're stationed there for almost more than 2 months, and me and Dr. Sherry Chen, we only been there for 1 week to do the assessment because we don't know the site, what the site look like. And we have to, accomplish here a lot of things in such, we only have 1 week lead time, right? So we did accomplish a lot. I really appreciate Dr. Chen, being with me to, go over everything.
Yeah, give a round of applause for the scouting. They are
Thank
very
you.
difficult, but they made it.
So we end up make another trip a month later, right? Then the total mission we finished 10. All right, that makes even with the distribution team. They made 10 distribution, we made 10 missions. So that's a perfect 10, for each other. I feel very, very, grateful to have the chance to do so many times. Before I was a distribution, leader most of the time. but now I switched to the medical mission. Hopefully, I will do some advertisement. Okay, I will post. Hopefully, we'll post the yearly, outreach overseas. Put a schedule on the, on our list. A calendar, so you can plan earlier. Do the, pre-arrange for the trip, whatever you like. We have another mission in July, and should be another one in October. So that's only for the Mexico. We also have outreach in Haiti. We also have outreach in Honduras. That's why we have a Honduras doctor.
Dr. Allen.
This time. Yeah. All right. So I hope after this convention next year, I don't want just listen to how many surveys you did, all right? I want also hear how many new members we go through you to recruit, all right? So that's the main purpose of TIMA. We are a family. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas. For a total of 10 missions, we have serviced 5,004 patient visits. Okay, so that's really a dramatic number. So next, I'm introduce Dr. Chen Zhenxiang.
Hi, everybody. I would like to share with you that I think that's important to me and will also be important to you too. When I attend the mission twice, and at the first time, when I got there, when we arrived at Mexico City, and somebody took my backpack. That is very sad story.
Steal your backpack.
Yeah.
And with passport inside.
Not only passport, but my wallet, my credit card, and my driver's license, my cash, everything. So medical mission, anything can happen. Yes.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful when you go outside of this country. This is the first lesson I learned. And the second lesson I learned, before the mission, Dr. K already remind us, you have to avoid those raw food, just not
vegetable, not cooked food.
And when I got there, I forgot. I ate almost everything in the restaurant because the restaurant was chosen by Tzu Chi. And I trusted Tzu Chi, right? So I ate everything. And how bad I was there, the fourth day, I got serious diarrhea, stomachache, dizziness, vomiting.
So another doctor gets sick.
And even fever. Wow. Yeah, and I cannot work for one day. But fortunately, we have so many doctors around. So I got a medicine from Dr. Din and acupuncture from Dr. Gao. And the second day, luckily, I fully recovered. So I can continue my job. And many people ask me how much you should pay for this trip. And actually, we are a volunteer. So the expense have to, from our pocket, our own pocket, not from Tzu Chi. So if you wanted to join the mission, you have to plan, save some money. You have to pay for your airfare, your hotel, your meal, even the transportation fee. So in my experience, go to Mexico for like a week. I think it's about $500, more or less. And this money may seems nothing for most of us, but for some people, they have to, consider it. So I hope you join this and plan ahead and save some money for it. Okay. When I got there, I was so surprised. People there love acupuncture so much. The line seems endless. And we only have, the first time, we only have 8 doctors there. Dr. Victor Chan is one of them. Would you stand up, please? Yes. And we were so busy, and we, do our best. We even have no time for lunch. And we need to take care of patients, 3 or 4 people at the same time. And Dr. Mike Liao even take 10 people at a time.
At a time.
At the same time, yes. Well, and we saw, I think, more than 1,200 people in 5 missions. Can you imagine that? How exhausted we are there. And the second time in January, because we lack of doctor, actually. We only have 4 acupuncture doctors. Amy Lee is one of them. Could you stand up? Yeah, thank you. And we cannot do more. We only have a small scale there. And so I wanted to say, we need more doctor, seriously, okay? Because people there really need help. Not only acupuncture, but dental or medical, we really need you to help. So in April 25th, we have another Mexico mission there. So far, only 3 acupuncturists, register. I'm so afraid. I don't know how they can do it. So I hope, more acupuncture can join. Yeah, and I think, although you need to pay and you need to close your business for days, but in the end, I think you will appreciate you make the decision because, you will know your what is that? Your, okay, he said for me. You will feel very happy from your bottom of your heart because you help people who really in need. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Chen Zhenxiang. There are many other people join this medical mission. From what they present, we learn a lot of lessons, especially before you go, you have to read the reminder carefully. Don't eat any fresh fruit, okay? And so before after I show the video, please, video prepare, please. And I would like to invite all of the people have been in Mexico mission, come to the stage, okay? In addition to we we have many other people. Please come forward. And video, please.
Although the medicines that we give them may last maybe a week, and the material we give to them maybe last for 2 months, but our love will last forever.
So many outreach that I've been to, always the fulfilling part is whenever the patient walk out with a smile. That means that we have enough done a good job to fulfill their dream.
看到很多病人因为没有钱，然后没有办法就医，没有办法领到那个药物，然后走了1-2小时的路，来这边只是为了要拿到他平常能够控制他慢性病的药，是非常非常心酸啊。也许没有这个地震，他还有一点点能力到医院里面去拿那个药物。
When we put a needle for them, I know it's a pain, but they take it. They never complain, too much or too painful. That's what we're here for, to trying to help them. If they feel better, of course we feel better.
从那个黄线下面进来哈，我帮他看，就不要挂号，在我这里看。不过我答应的时候，那个警察他流眼泪，从那个警察流泪的那一刻，我其实觉得我们好像做的还不够。墨西哥乡亲需要的照顾真的太多了，他们把所有急性、慢性很多年的病人都抬来了。
Ha venido uno que tiene problemas del asma. Ese día justo está muriendo, no por venir a atención, por estar esperando ahí gente que ese voucher con aguja, ahí en 5 minutos ya despertado. Y se sintieron bien porque ya, digamos, ha salvado a ese paciente, entonces la verdad me da alegría. These people need more help than anyone can give them. And, you know, I wish I could stay forever, but I know that's not possible. But, you know, the tears are just of joy. You know, their appreciation is payment in full that made everything worth it.
Es realmente algo asombroso poder estar aquí, poder ser parte de ustedes, poder colaborar para ayudar a la gente que realmente lo necesita. ¿Por qué? Porque es mi país, porque son mi gente, porque son parte de mí.
我一直很感动，想要跟那些志工说，我很谢谢他来，就是成就我们做这件事情。昨天他就告诉我说，他说他今天可能会哭，因为这是最后一天，所以我昨天晚上就因此有失眠，觉得说这个缘分很珍惜，可是真的距离就是这么远。
Ver toda esta ayuda que ustedes nos traen, estas enseñanzas que ustedes nos dejan, es realmente sorprendente, emocionante, me hace sentir que tengo un crecimiento espiritual de alguna manera, ¿no?
这一次能够有这个机会来哦，真的给我学习很多啦。我很深深体会到，一个人如果能够有机会出来付出，真的是福报。
A patient of 75 years old, he told me about his dental problem, but before I even asked him to open his mouth, he took out from his pocket a lemon, and he gave it 2 hands, he gave it to me. So my teardrops have to drop because they really appreciate what we do for them.
没有钱买食物，我碰到一个一天吃1餐，来这边看诊都是从前一天晚上饿到当天可能下午他们还没吃到东西，那听到的时候都觉得心有一点酸就是饿那么久。
I feel a little bit, there's a loss, you know, I was kind of in a way, hoping we can see more. Especially today, we see all these patients coming in there are a few cases where they are very difficult cases. We can make the diagnosis, but I cannot help them. So I'm hoping we get to do more.
Lila Tsuji. Please prepare the last slide of my PowerPoint, and I would like to invite Dr. Liao. Kenny Liao, would you like to share something? We still have time, okay? Yeah, come forward. And anybody want to share, if we have time, please come forward. Dr. Liao. Lemon. Lemon.
I have been to many international relief, as I share with you, since 1988. But this trip to Mexico really touches me. Not only from what we do that they appreciate, they give me the lemon, but I really appreciate that each and every one of you. Honestly, I have to confess, 我要忏悔, because I have a lot of 自己个人的烦恼心. But from this trip here, I really found that the U.S. TIMA has really worked as a team. And I did not really appreciate from that point of view. I always kind of reject from being part of the big TIMA USA family. I have to confess to each and one of you. But from this trip, I feel that we really 真的是一个法亲. We really should work more as a team, as a U.S. TIMA. As a commissioner, we really have to do more with master. And let me share with one, because I just heard from the 总会 that from Taiwan that master is really 说来不及了. Master is really pushing for time. Master is pushing for time. Master is an 85-year-old, 83-year-old, very fragile lady. And she has to carry all the karma of each and every one of us. So to me today, that really, if you have a chance, join us. Do whatever you can. Give 1 second, 1 minute of your time. Let's get involved in whatever situation, whatever position, wherever you are from any part of the world. And this is what we all do here. And I really feel very touched. It teaches me a lesson. My mentor here, Dr. William Kerr, I have to quote this because when tsunami happened, William Kerr called me. He said, Kenny, come to Sri Lanka. I said, I'm a dentist. They don't need dental treatment when they have lost their family in the sea when the tsunami came. When they don't need dental. But William Kerr told me, Kenny, you are wrong. When they have nothing, when they have lost their family, they lost their wives, their kids in the tsunami, their pain surfaced. Their toothache became more toothache because there's nothing for them to do. They sit there. William was there. In any of the situation, they can't even talk. The kids of tsunami, they were devastated. And we give them a piece of paper, give them the crayon. They paint. You know what they paint? The coconut tree is there, their parents under the water. These are 5, 6 years old kids. My best dental assistant, he couldn't speak for 2 weeks. He walked out from the shadow. We are the people that bring them out of their shadow. They became the best volunteers. So please, as you see, we all contribute ourselves. So spread the words of the good words. Let them get involved. And I really appreciate my big family here. I owe you a bow. Thank you.
Thank you. Give a round of applause. Chong Hui.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Chong Wei. I'm a pharmacist. And so I was in Mexico in December and also in January. And I I signed up for the Mexico Relief because headquarters has sent out an email indicating that, okay, we're going to be doing a distribution in December, and they need Spanish-speaking people. So that's why I signed up, not knowing there's going to be a medical mission.
It's very important you can speak Spanish.
Yeah. And so as the day approaches, I find out, okay, the mission got extended. So actually, I ended up going for the first part in December, which is a distribution. And it is a very different experience than a medical brigade, actually. In January, we went for a medical brigade. So during December, during the distribution, you learn about the behind-the-scene work. All those volunteers are put in. For example, Sister Helena from Argentina, she has been there for 2.5 months. And there's a very different characteristic of this Mexico Relief, and that was that unlike in the U.S., where we come with a Red Cross support and maybe FEMA, they provide the assessment survey data, like the destruction, the level, the red tag, yellow tag, and green tag houses of condition. So in Mexico, we didn't have that legwork done. So all our volunteers, the assessment team, they were doing that hard work. There are days that they walked over 10, I think 20 or 30 kilometers every day in and out of this site. So I know that Dr. K mentioned a little background info about Mexico. So BDF, which is the capital of Mexico, it's in a valley. It's a huge valley. It's 23 million, so it's a metropolitan. It's a huge area, 23 million people. And the area we service, the area that was affected by the earthquake, it is a current UNESCO heritage site. It's called Chignapas, the land of flowers. So it was built upon a lake. I think prior back in the 14 or 1500, I think maybe it was the site of the Aztec Empire. So that's why when you don't have solid ground in California, you know what happens during an earthquake, right? Yeah, the earth shakes, and those are where you see most destruction. So something in Mexico City, UNESCO Heritage Site area. So the government won't intervene. They say, okay, you're not supposed to live there. And those people, we have been living here for generations, for hundreds of years. We are poor, so they don't have places to go. So they just keep building upon on that area. And so a lot of times when our team went in, the houses have no numbers, no street, and they have to go by sometimes what the neighbor says. I think Borja has more details. He was there too. And so it was a lot of physical work for our assessment team. It was a lot. The medical team, their work was a little lighter maybe in a different aspect. But so that's some insight about Mexico, the situation in Mexico. And also in December and January, it was very cold. There's temperature extremes. So it was 32 Fahrenheit in the morning. During daytime, it would go up to 68 Fahrenheit. So that's like, myself was like, how am I gonna layer myself? I remember in January when we were there on that Saturday morning, we went to the site early, so thinking, okay, we need to set up. No one's there at 6 o'clock. We get there at 6:10, and we have to wait. I think they have to go and fetch someone to come and open the door. By then, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. And so that's, and this is what I remember. One of our commissioner volunteer from Paraguay, during the distribution week, she said, so at the end of the third day, the distribution, the first week in December, it started on a Thursday. It ended on a Saturday, and that's in Tláhuac. I remember what this commissioner from Paraguay said. She said, I have never seen so many men cry. And that's true. And I forgot because when we were wrapping up on Saturday in Tláhuac, so we finished, we were doing our get-together, and a few people were still showing up because they didn't come on time. There was this huge man. When he saw the debit card he was receiving, he started to cry. He was getting 12,000 pesos. So you might not know this either. For some of the people living in that area, their, if you want to call it monthly income, is 2,000 pesos, which is barely $110. I mean, $110. When I came back, I was sharing with people about that because it's a meager amount, and that's how they have survived many years. And So a lot of people, she said she has never seen, I think she counted, I help out, I don't know how many clients today, and 38 men cried in front of me, and she had to comfort them. What was, the other thing that was, I remember about this because I was in Ecuador last year, April last year, and one of the recipients said that, and I was kind of surprised. She said, people are selfish. We don't, somos egoístas. We don't help each other. And I heard the same thing here in Mexico. I was like, it was taken aback a little bit because to me, the Latin culture, it's more like Asian. They all tend to help each other. And I think that's not true. Again, I was surprised. And this is what I heard a lot this time in Mexico too. And one of the young volunteers who was a student, a volunteer she helped out one of the nurses, and that's what she said that what CG has done in Mexico and other parts of the world, they actually taught them a lesson of working together, of solidarity, of helping your neighbors. And that somehow it's forgotten. And that's much appreciated, and they take into heart. And the other characteristic, let me know if I have to. Another trait of this Mexico relief was, unlike most of our prior international experiences, because the assessment team needed people, we got volunteers on board before we even handed out the cash card. So that's a very different aspect. This is something that happened in Mexico, and there are a lot of hope. I know that they want to set up an office, and I know that 2 videos that Dr. K showed, Tani, she was a local volunteer. She actually helped connect us to bring the blankets in. The eco blankets were in the ocean for, I think, 2 months, but they had trouble landing and also transporting. In order for a nonprofit to receive goods without paying the tariff, you have to go through, you have to know someone locally, another nonprofit, to bring it in to avoid those expenses, or otherwise we couldn't have worked actually. So it is through a nonprofit that was doing work in Oaxaca, which is a province 7 hours away from DF, that we got the blankets in on a Wednesday. Our distribution started on December 7th. The blankets arrived in DF, packed on December 6th. So there was actually a lot of stress. There was, again, there's a lot of behind the scene work, and people that were in charge were very stressed out about it, but thank goodness everything went smoothly. We actually didn't find out about the site of distribution on December 7th until December 6th, 3 p.m. We didn't find out until 3 p.m. the day before. We didn't get a confirmation until the day before about the site where we're gonna distribute the cards and everything. So I have, since I came back in January, because I knew that we were gonna go out again in April, I have been inviting providers where I work in the clinic. I've reached out to acupuncturists, I also have reached out to providers and dentists to join us in this April mission, but I think it's a little bit challenging. It is a little bit challenging. Thank you.
Thank you, Chong Hui. Although Chong Hui is a pharmacist, but this time he joined the distribution team. So he knows much more details about distribution. So Richard Young.
May I say a few words?
Okay, Mary.
Yeah, as medical volunteer directors, I really feel very appreciate. I see most of the people back here. I place the call. And for my own job, I also have my partners. I think they're sitting over there, Nai Hua, Qing Qing, and Grace. Please stand up. I really want to send my sincere appreciation, because without you, we really cannot do my job. Okay, and also from New York region, where's Kirsty? Christine, oh, I'm sorry, Christine. And also New Jersey, I have Joan. Where's Joan? Oh, she's up there. Then I have Northern California, Sherry. Yeah, and if I miss anyone, Las Vegas, Chilling, and Kevin. Chilling somewhere. Okay, yeah, this is how my volunteer work. I have all the layers, directors help me. I remember when I first asked our acupuncturist, Jen, I say, how come I didn't receive any acupuncturists? Then after a few days, she comes, okay, I will join. Once she joined, then we have a lot of signed up. Then Dr. Shirley, Dr. Richard is always on my list, and also, of course, Kenny for the dentist. And the Dr. Dan, Dr. Peter Chan, you are the list for medical doctors. And I want to tell you, I just told Dr. Hui, I said, as you see, we really need help. Dr. Jen says, I don't know what I'm going to do with the 1,000 people. I remember when I was up there, I'm helping to do the flowing. Although Dr. K and Dr. Dan keep saying, we cannot handle so many patients. But I'm telling you, we did. How could we did it? Because our volunteers, we have a very good system to do the flowing and all. And especially we have Stephen Huang. He's keep telling us, please, faster, faster. We still have endless list outside over somewhere. And so Dr. Dan says, what you have to do is, you see a patient get up, you have to have another patient replace. So that's why we made it. So I think we can really do a great job to inspire all Mexico people. As a matter of fact, beginning of March, we have like 15 core teams from Mexico, volunteers. They are so touched, so inspired by Master. So they come to Taiwan to visit Master to learn how they can do Tzu Chi. So this is very, very touching our heart. Although I was there, the first day, because the weather is down to 0, then during the daytime, it's so hot. I got cold badly. I want to thank Dr. Dan. He kept watching me, take care of me. After maybe 2-3 weeks, I got recovered. So even though I got sick so badly, I still want to go because I feel very happy we can inspire so many Mexico people to spread Master's love. I also inspired one nurse. Her husband passed away, and she couldn't go out. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. So one day I met her. I asked her, could you please help to join the medical mission? I'm so happy. She said yes. Then, since then, she came twice. Every time, then this time she couldn't come because she's getting a baby. She's going to become a grandmother. But from her smile, from her touching tears, I feel very rewarded. So I hope with all the sharing today, we can inspire more people, more volunteers, more professional volunteers to join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. One word? Okay.
I forgot to mention another acupuncturist who joined the first time medical mission, Dr. Hong. Dr. Hong from New York. Amy Hong. I'm from New Jersey. But oh yeah, Irene. Yes, Irene Hong. Dr. Irene Hong. Oh, okay. Hi.
Thank you. So Richard Young.
We're going to have another mission in Ecuador in the future, very near future.
Okay, thank you. Seems everybody get excited, huh? Richard, please.
Okay. Is anybody have other places have international outreach? Please stand up, because it's very not Mexico, other places. I think it's very important we delegate to the outreach. I just share my personal experience, what I see and what I going experience, and what I get. Okay. First of all, I have to thank my my wife. Why? Because she keep out to me, so I can go to Mexico. Okay. And yeah, 有舍才有得，所以她把我舍出去了。Okay. All right. So, but she like to ask good questions. So, she say, you're only going to Mexico once. You're not going to make a dent. Okay. So, but I do appreciate her because she sent me to the airport. Okay. Then Mexico mission is international. Why is it international? We got doctors from Taiwan and also South America, Canada, and other countries. But USA actually lead. We are manpower. Okay, most of our doctor is from USA, and what I see the first day is I was shocking because we arrived earlier than L18, but the line is very long. Okay, so you divide by the patient we see, we probably see like 1,000 patient a day. All right. And the line just winding down, and we can see them make a turn and disappear. Okay. Then I was panicking because so many patients. We're doing a New York outreach, probably like 100, 200 patients, so is maximum. But now I know not only me was shocking, and Dr. Deng is shocking too. so many people are shocking, but I have to appreciate the front acceptance, front desk team. They make a very good arrangement, and they are actually distribute to different departments. Then everybody can have been taken care of. And especially my eye opener is the acupuncture. We are all, dental, we have to set our equipment indoor the tent, but they are doing the outdoors. But the first time, I don't know what they're doing because they are setting like circles, okay? And everybody under the sun and sitting on a chair. I say, what they are doing? What they are doing? They look like they're doing the entertainments, okay? And then I found out they are making the circles for first patient and make a circle to do the acupuncture, then go back to the original point. That was wow! You can do that? Wow, that's very nice. Especially some of the doctors, they are very experienced. So look like a Mexican patient, they love it. So the second day and third day, they get more patients to come in. Say original first day they use the bed for the treatment. Later on, they don't use the bed anymore. Everybody is doing the head and neck acupuncture. All right, and the medical team is amazing too. The medical team, they have a doctor from Taiwan and USA. Dr. Deng is leading the USA team. They receiving a lot of patients. The first day and the second day, they bring the most severe patients into. Some of them you have to use the chair or something to move in and to see them. they have like a severe infections or something. They have to take care of. They do a very amazing job. About the dental thing, we only have 4 dentists, okay? Dr. Chang and Dr. Liao and me, and one of the local dentists. Of course, Stephen Wong, Father Stephen Wong is there. So we do have a dream team, but international outreach, you have to consider a lot of things. We don't have power, okay? So the power, we have to use a generator, portable generator, okay? You have to use a portable generator and the compressor. The compressor has to plug into the generator in order to have the portable unit to run. So the first day, the generator actually not working, okay? Because the Mexico generator is not like a US generator. They breaking down, okay? They breaking down, they do breaking down. And then somehow it's not like a new generator, it's like a aged generator. So the power they produce is not really enough to driven like 3 dental chairs. So that only one can working, okay? And the second day, the old generator, the old compressor actually blew off, okay? Because of the parts or something, then somehow just exposed. They got a little exposure. The parts is go. Then Stephen Wong have to go to the Home Depot to get the new compressor. Okay, for us, it's quite experience. So then we receive a lot of patients. We probably see like 90 patients a day. So what I get from this international outreach, I think I become very humble because after I going home, my voice is become very little. Okay, so I don't know because it's before Christmas or it's some kind of hormone or you produce. So you become very calm. The Tzu Chi actually give me a mirror to reflect myself, my life. All right, how fortunate I am. I'm not the victim of the disaster. All right, and I have a good life and everything, and good wife, and then good children. All right. There's a lot of personal experiences. Everybody here, they get it. All right. I have to thank Dr. Liao. He's guiding me all the way, and some of the points we are really stressed out, and we have to see more patients. And he insists to finish all the patients. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. One word.
I want to say one word. I think that how we amazing that doing this charity was not that easy, and I saw 2 little lady and Shirley and Chong Hui. Doing charity is not the size of your body. It's not your age of your health. It's not. That's not important. It's how much your heart you have. I think that everywhere can do. I don't know how they can do, especially when I saw you go through. He's very tired, but he still keep on going. Maybe his hormone is very, too much. I think that it's not hyperkinetic, but he's one of my favorite dentists. But it's amazing that everybody open your heart. I'm sure everyone had a good heart. It's not nothing to do your how much money you have, how much heart you have. The heart is not real heart. The volume of the heart, there's mentality, how much you want to give. And everything that is doing charity is not, like Master said, it's nothing to do with how much money you had. Now, I witnessed in Tacloban, now after they received the cash, they dropped the bucket, our member wing, we collect until, and every time they put a 1 peso in all point, my heart sinking. At the beginning, we cheer for them, Tacloban, and then at the end, I collapsed. I was so touched, I cried. I dropped on the floor, and they keep on cheering. They say, cheer, Tsuchi. That's what I think the personal experience, I think I gained a lot since the Master opened the door for me to do something at my later part of life. I don't know how many years I'm going to last, maybe, hopefully, longer than I expected. Since the 2003, after I met a Master, the reason I liked the Tsuchi, even as a Christian, I do, as a matter of my Master's, my pastor in my church, my hospital said, you had done more than average Christian had done. Okay, it opened such a big door for me to do something that I gained during the life. I want to pay back the society. That's what I keep on doing this until I drop dead. I hope everybody had that kind of philosophy. What you get, you're going to possess forever until you give. Now, when you give, you own everything. Thank you.
Great. But I want to pray for your long life, okay? Last, I would like to invite Stephen Woom. Stephen, he also joined the mission. We only have 5 minutes, okay? Okay, Stephen.
Thank you. And this Mexico trip is very rewarding and challenging. As usual, all international missions are challenging because usually my responsibility when it comes to this relief is set up the logistic and everything. But the last time in December I was there, we have Dr. Sherry Chen and Brother Thomas to went ahead. But because I have some other commitment, I cannot go ahead with them. We still face a lot of challenges in Mexico because, like Dr. Yang said, the generator, they run with a small, tiny wire. I mean, tiny wire. I look at it like, I should bring my own. Then, actually, I did pack those things I expect because when we go to Haiti, we have those experience, so we know these kind of things. But because of the volume and the weight, and we had to bring so many luggage for medicine, I had to give up some space for those things. And I regret it too, because the doctor keep on yelling at me, man, I don't have power. Well, I cannot do anything because they have a small, tiny air compressor, you see. So those are things that we get challenged, but it's fun because you make you be a MacGyver, you see. So you have to find a way to fix things and all those things. But the best part is the patient, most of the time when we go this kind of relief, is those patients are very sincere and they're very polite. And they don't take it for granted. They appreciate we all there. And we felt it, that it's worth the time to go and help them. It's worth the lack of sleep. Because whenever you go international trip, I don't know most of them, but every time I'm the one that mostly don't get sleep, you see. Because of the jet lag, and I go to work. I remember one time I go to another Mexico trip, not this trip, it's another part of it. I go in, right away, I go out and set up. And the doctor said, okay, I'll see you at 12. What do you mean see at 12? Now only 7 o'clock. We take a nap first. So, anyway, I by myself go out and set up all those things, then the doctor come in, see. So, but we need people more to help me to go set up all this layout, you see. But the enjoy of this, especially this trip, I say, is people. It's the people, you're building bonding even though they are different country in different area. But doesn't matter. We build the bonding, the touch, like we know each other for many, many years. And that's what made me really continue going, because you feel like they are related, even though different skin, different country, it doesn't matter. And that made me continue moving. And also very grateful that, like, same as Dr. Young, I was given up by my wife to the society. See? So he said, you on your own. Maybe that's why she enjoy it. But she also commit. That's why we have a big busy schedule. She do her own thing. We do both do in Tzu Chi, but with different way of doing things. That give me more free time to go reach out all this country. And like now, this event, we are great that all the Fresno team set up planning. I think starting the second day, my mind really starts switching to Mexico trip already. Because that need to plan for that really. Because for us in Fresno, we don't plan long time because we go day by day planning. Because with so many events, we plan by day. Because that way keep us moving. So now my mind switched to Mexico. So if you guys have a lot of time and handy, you're welcome to join us. I need some handy people. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Please show the last slide. Okay, the reason I want to show the last slide, this is not the last one. No. Okay, the last one, the last slide. Okay, the reason I show that, just tell you exactly what is the time for next mission. And after you watch such a long time of this presentation, you know what is it. And although it's hard work, it's a big commitment, but you are rewarded with happiness. Okay, I should thank all of you on the stage. And I also want to thank everybody's patience, and I would like to invite all of you to join Medical Mission. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing your inspiring and very touching stories about your Tzu Chi International Medical Mission in Mexico. You're actually a very great example of teamwork and the ability of TIMA to mobilize.